Candace Owens just came out and dropped some gems regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination. Now, I know, not everyone is fond of Candace Owens. However, if you're like me, you want to get down to the bottom of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Well, Candace Owens just came out and dropped some gems, such as Netanyahu, the Charlie Kirk's shooter's timeline. Hell, she went as far as going out in the community to get answers. So pull up a chair, grab a drink, coffee, water, tea. Hell, you may need a drink for this one. So let's talk about it. Candace came out and said Bibi Netanyahu has went on public television twice and denied being involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk, which she thought was quite weird, and which in all actuality it is. She also mentioned Bill Ackman as well as Eric Bolling. Take a look at this clip and what she had to say.
Bibi Netanyahu is again denying that he murdered Charlie Kirk, despite the fact that no one that I know accused him of doing such a thing. Is that normal for a state leader of a foreign country to have to twice deny that on national television? We also have Bill Ackman, who is sending his press hounds on me. There's no other way to say it. He's also dropping text messages that prove nothing. And a guy named Eric Bolling is just lying through his teeth on PBD, the PBD podcast, to establish this narrative, which for some reason every major publication is now running with, that I haven't spoken to Charlie Kirk in years. That is all happening right now, not because I'm lying, but because we are choosing to stay focused on solving the murder of Charlie Kirk. And what we are uncovering is much darker than I think any of us could have possibly.
Next, she goes on to talk about the inaccuracies of Tyler Robinson's text messages, as well as the changing of his clothing. Pay attention to this clip. She's dropping them gems.
Doesn't make sense about the changing of the clothes that Tyler Robinson allegedly did. And we've been wondering why it seems that the feds were only willing to release a grainy image of Tyler Robinson from the day of the shooting, despite the tech stack that UVU campus has, right? There's no images that we can see that have been released of his Dodge Challenger that's supposed to be idling nearby the campus for a very long time, right? If he's, as he texted these Fed messages, him and Lance are texting, and he's telling him every second, minute by minute, what he's done. And he mentioned that the cops have done a sweep. Remember, Tyler is supposed to be babysitting the gun in that moment, waiting for the right moment to go back and, quote unquote, retrieve his weapon. But he sees and I'm not kidding, quote unquote, squad car. That's what he writes, right? He writes, I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. Squad car. Okay, yeah, no. How many times do you call a police car a squad car? Do you want to know who calls it a squad car? Someone on the squad. Well, that's how that works. Yeah, but that's what Tyler writes, squad car. Elsewhere in this correspondence, and by the way, thanks to one of you people who commented under yesterday's episode and pointed this out to me. But elsewhere, Tyler says something that only a woman would say. That's why it didn't flag me as weird when I was reading this, and it flagged me as odd. He says to Lance, allegedly, quote, I worry about Prince. I had to leave it, referring to the rifle, in a bush where I changed outfits. Wait, changed outfits? Somebody commented, men don't say outfits. That's a woman thing.
Makes you want to go, Next, she goes on to talk about the footage and the information that she received from the community. Take a look at this clip.
Now, another question we ask is if there is this much available footage, why not to relieve everybody, to make us feel like this is not a federal operation? Why not just release anything to the public? Well, the reason is because according to locals, many of which have emailed me, any of the footage that they had, any footage that they found, they immediately sent over to the feds, and the feds told them that they were not allowed to share it at all. Like there was some risk. If you shared this at all, it's not going to be good for you. Like they are kind of being pressured by the feds not to share things publicly. And that's why I would say 9/10 is beginning to remind me of 9/11, right? The feds sweep through everything to make sure that they have all of the footage so that no one can question the narrative that they put out.
If you thought that was a bombshell, just wait until you see this next clip. Take a look at this.
Allegedly taken, I'll say allegedly for safety here, but it's looking right according to my timeline, allegedly taken at 6:38 p.m. at a nearby Dairy Queen. Here is that photo that we can show you. Just take a look at this photo. What is wrong with this picture? A lot is wrong with this picture. First and foremost, 6:38 p.m., you just shot someone. You have gone through great pains to hide your face, to change your outfit. But wait, you didn't fully change your outfit, did you? I'm looking at this photo, and you're wearing jeans, and you're wearing the maroon shirt. Now we have a 50-50 combo of the outfits, and now you're showing your eyes, and you're not fearful at all that you might be recognized. Also, wow, you must have quite the stomach. You don't have a record. Next thing you know, you shoot someone and you're like, I'm just going to go have a meal. You don't seem to be too shaken or too upset.
So as you can see, she dropped a lot of gems, huge bombshells that makes you question what's going on. You can go check her out on her Candace show on YouTube because she has more to say, because I didn't even think of doing the correlation between 9/10 and 9/11. If you guys didn't pay attention, Charlie Kirk's assassination was done on 9/10. Well, the Twin Towers went on 9/11. Coincidence, huh? Nevertheless, she also stated something about that I didn't add in there. Something about Charlie Kirk's father received $1 million, allegedly. So go check her out over there on YouTube. Just had to bring it to you, to my followers, to keep you informed. So like, share, comment, and follow me for more controversial topics.